You've been working hard your entire life, early mornings, late nights, weekends that disappeared into deadlines. You did everything they told you to do, study hard, get the job, put in the hours. So why, right now, does your bank account not reflect any of that? Why does it feel like you're running as fast as you can and still falling behind? Here's the answer nobody wants to give you. Hard work alone will never make you financially free. Not in this economy. And the sooner you understand why, the sooner everything changes. Stay with me, because what comes next is going to reframe everything you thought you knew about money. Let's start at the beginning. From the moment you were old enough to understand anything about money, you were handed a script. Work hard, be loyal, keep your head down, and eventually, you will be rewarded. It's a beautiful story. It's also incomplete. Because the people who told you that script, many of them lived in a very different economic era. An era where one income could buy a house, where a stable job meant a stable future, where the cost of living and the growth of wages actually moved in the same direction. That era is gone. Today, in most major cities, a full-time minimum wage job cannot cover a one-bedroom apartment. Today, the average house costs over 8 times the average annual salary. Today, you can work 40 hours a week, every week, for 30 years, and still retire with almost nothing. This is not a personal failure. This is a structural reality. And the first step to changing your financial life is understanding the difference between the two. Because if you keep blaming yourself for a system that was never designed to reward your effort alone, you will keep working harder and staying just as stuck. Now, before you think this is a video telling you to stop working hard, stop right there. Hard work matters. It absolutely matters. But let's be precise about what it actually gives you. Hard work gives you income. Income is not wealth. Income is water flowing into a bucket. Wealth is how much water stays in the bucket. And right now, for most people, the bucket has holes. Taxes, rent, debt, inflation, lifestyle creep. The water flows in and flows straight back out. You can work harder. You can work longer hours. You can take the extra shift. But if the holes in the bucket don't get fixed, more water in just means more water out. This is the trap of trading time for money. Your time is finite. There are only 24 hours in a day, only so many years in a working life, and every hour you sell, you can only sell once. Hard work fills the bucket, but wealth is built by fixing the holes and eventually teaching the bucket to fill itself. That distinction, right there, is the difference between surviving and building. So if hard work alone isn't enough, what is? 3 things, and none of them require you to be born rich. The first thing is financial knowledge, not a degree, not a certification, just a working understanding of how money moves and how to make it move in your direction, how taxes work, how compound interest works for you and against you, how debt is structured, how assets differ from liabilities. Most people spend 12 or more years in school and never learn a single one of these things, which means the person who spends 6 months genuinely learning about personal finance has a massive advantage over almost everyone around them. Knowledge is leverage, and leverage is what hard work alone can never give you. The second thing is assets. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket without requiring your direct time. A savings account earning interest, an investment growing quietly, a side income that runs while you sleep. Right now, most people only have one income source, their job, which means if that job disappears, everything disappears. The goal, over time, is to build income streams that don't require you to be physically present to earn. You don't need 10 of them, you need 1, then 2, then 3. Start small, start now, let time do the heavy lifting. The third thing is margin. Margin is the gap between what you earn and what you spend. Without margin, you have nothing to invest, nothing to save, nothing to build with. You are permanently one emergency away from starting over. Creating margin, even $100 a month, is the foundation everything else is built on, because you cannot invest money you don't have, and you cannot build wealth without investing. Margin is where the whole thing starts. Here's the part of this conversation that I want you to really sit with, because this is the thing that separates people who build wealth from people who just earn it. Compound interest. You've probably heard the word, but I don't think most people have truly felt what it means. So let me show you. If you invest $200 a month, starting today, at an average annual return of 8%, in 10 years, you have roughly $36,000. In 20 years, you have roughly $118,000. In 30 years, you have roughly $298,000 from $200 a month, not from a windfall, not from a lucky investment, from $200 a month and time. Now here's the part that should keep you up at night. Every year you wait to start, that number drops significantly. The person who starts at 25 and the person who starts at 35, investing the same amount, end up with completely different outcomes. Not because one worked harder, because one started earlier. Time is the ingredient that no amount of hard work can replace, and right now, today, you have more of it than you will tomorrow. That is the most valuable asset you own. Use it. So let's talk about what this actually looks like in real life. Because everything we've discussed sounds good in theory, but theory doesn't pay bills. Action does. Here is a simple system, 3 moves, that begin shifting you from income dependent to wealth building. Move 1. Protect a percentage before you spend, before the bills, before the lifestyle, before anything else. A percentage of every paycheck, 10%, 15%, whatever you can manage, goes immediately to a separate account. This is not savings for a vacation. This is capital, money you are building with. It does not get spent. It gets deployed into assets, into investments, into your future. Move 2. Learn one new financial concept every month, just one. Index funds, tax-advantaged accounts, compound interest, debt payoff strategies, one concept every month for a year. In 12 months, you will understand more about money than 90% of the people around you, and that knowledge will compound, just like the money does. Move 3. Find one additional income stream. This year, not a second full-time job, a stream, something small that generates income without consuming all of your time. A skill you can freelance, a digital product, an investment that pays dividends, even an extra $150 a month redirected into assets begins to change the math. 3 moves. That's the system. Not complicated, not requiring a huge income, requiring only intention and the decision to start. I want to leave you with one final thought, and this one might be the most important thing in this entire video. The people who are getting ahead financially right now are not working harder than you. In fact, many of them are working less. What they have that most people don't is a system. Their money works while they sleep. Their assets grow while they're at dinner. Their investments compound while they're on holiday. They escaped the trap of trading time for money. And they did it, not through luck or inheritance, but through the exact principles we've talked about today. Knowledge, assets, margin, time. You are not behind because you didn't work hard enough. You are behind because nobody gave you this framework. Now you have it. The question is no longer whether you can build wealth. The question is whether you're going to start today or keep waiting for a harder work ethic to save you. One will change your life. The other already hasn't. Before you close this video, one thing, right now, today, open your bank app. Find the smallest recurring expense you can cancel or reduce. Take that money, whatever it is, and open a separate savings or investment account if you don't have one. Move it there, today, not because $20 is going to make you rich, but because the action, the deliberate, intentional act of choosing your future, over your present. That is how the shift begins. Not with a big moment, with a small decision made today. If this hit different, share it with someone who is working hard and wondering why it's not enough. They deserve this conversation. New video every week. Subscribe, and I'll see you next week.